this may or may not be a short clip, so we'll see how things go with that. 2 points that I really want to address in this, first of all, is some of the responses to criticism. I mean, what have we got? All these people up on such a pedestal that their word is gospel, that we can't say anything to either question or challenge, or to seek some sort of further information about their views and the things that they've stated. Now, we know this happens a lot with regards to to Mark Pearson, what is he? I don't even know whether he's vegetarian or whatever he is, from the Animal Justice Party, after his recent. I mean, I've been saying for years that he's possibly vegetarian. I know that he's definitely not vegan yet. Copped all sorts of abuse from that. Then all of a sudden he has his. He was tempted by a morsel there, and the condemnation of people who are questioning him continues. Now, the thing is, when did I do this? I did one of my clips I did from a while ago was titled Lee Chantal Gets It Totally Wrong. Actually, that was December last year. So I think it's been a while since I actually did a video on that. So yes, that was up December of last year. And, obviously get a number of comments. And for some reason, these people aren't game enough to keep the comments there, so they'll say something nasty, have some sort of crack at me, and then delete the comment. Here's Batman with my cup of rooibos. It's a bit of a chilly day here in Brisbane town, so that's why I'm inside. I've got the jumper on. I've got tea bags in my cup of tea there. So anyway, this comment was by Ben Gill. Now, if it's a Ben Gill that I think it is, it sort of, makes you wonder why he's left this comment. So the comment goes, wow, and I'll include a screenshot up of that. So it says, wow, you got some big numbers in yours views of your video. Ha ha. Are they you just watching yourself? Oh yeah, your glasses are straight. It's you that's bent. Now, this is the thing. What, personal attacks, like really, there is no place for them for this. I mean, this is the thing. With that comment, that clip that I did of Lee Chantal, there were no personal attacks there. I do not believe I've attacked anyone personally. It's about questioning or responding to what they've said publicly. Now, and yet, dear old Ben Gill comes out with that. Now, well, hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion and all that sort of stuff. At least, this is the thing. At least if you're going to do a negative comment like that and be something, along those lines, at least have the gumption to keep it up there and not delete it because you have second thoughts about it. So, anyway, the other point I wanted to talk about in this clip is a short review of the book, How to Create a Vegan World, A Pragmatic Approach by Tobias Leenaert. Now, this is a TLDR, too long didn't read review. There is a bit more. Was looking at doing a live stream on just a review of it. There is that much wrong with this book that I've had to break it up into a couple of different parts. Now, I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that as a live stream on Facebook or put them up on YouTube or Dailymotion. Either way, there'll be links somewhere on veganplease.com.au. Shameless plug there, so head on over to that site and have a look. So this is a bit of an overview of the post that I already wrote about it, which you will find down below in the show notes. So anyway, as I said, if it's too long, don't read, or too long, don't listen to for this one. This is the thing, my honest and genuine thoughts about this book, that it's only worth reading if you think that veganism must be redefined to include everyone. And that's what Tobias wants to do. He wants to redefine veganism to literally include everyone. So meat reducers, flexitarians, and all that sort of stuff. So honestly, save yourself some time and money. Have a read of his, of a couple of his posts from his currently called Vegan Strategist. blog. But then again, if you go into vegansapiosexual.wordpress.com, it diverts to his vegan strategist blog. So that's an interesting one for you. So anyway, have a read of a couple of blog posts of his up on that site, and then also watch some of the YouTube clips, and you'll basically get an understanding of, you know, what this book is about. Now, as I've said, there are a number of contradictions galore in this book. There's just so much that's wrong with it. I mean, starting off, when you have a look at the book, you know, there are bucket loads of, outside of, they're all within that little echo chamber of that Tobias hangs around in, of the anti-vegans, the ones that dismiss veganism and animal rights. So they're all promoting the books of saying it's this and that and everything else. So why people that are against veganism or reject veganism would want to promote the book is beyond me. Now, it's there's just so much. Now, the interesting bit that I found interesting as well is that there's a quote by, or a recommendation, testimonial, whatever you call it, in that bit, by Brian Cateman, who's the co-founder of the Reducitarian Foundation, and he's the one that wrote that book, Reducitarian, whatever. And he says, if you want to master the most effective strategies for reducing societal consumption of animal products, this ultimate guide is for you. Except that's not what the book is about. The book is about eliminating societal consumption of animal products, or abolishing. It's not about reducing. So, I mean, even the people who supposedly read it to write a praise or testimonial, whatever it is, for the book, don't understand the book. So this is the thing. What hope have the rest of us got? So anyway, interesting part for me was that Tobias claims that the consumption of animal products is stagnating or declining in North America and Europe. Yet Matt Ball, who also left a testimonial in the book, says differently. He says this year in the US, per capita consumption of animals is at an all-time high. And that was part of his My Dearest Dream rant that he had on his website probably earlier on this month. Now, as I said, Tobias wants to redefine veganism. I'm not going to go through that because I think it's a pointless attempt to redefine it. One of another reason why we should consider this book as anything more than something to prop up the coffee table is that he says, when I write about vegans, I also include vegetarians. When the difference between both is significant, I write vegetarians and vegans. So at what point does the difference between the two become significant? Because the only similarity between the two is that that vegetarians consume partly plant-based diet, whereas vegans do consume a plant-based diet. That's the only similarity between the two. Because you also remember, Tobias is one of those people that thinks veganism is only about who you eat, though he does try and attempt to clarify that. It says when he refers to meat, he's including all animal products. Who knows? So this is the thing. With that, is he talking about veganville as in vegan as in the accepted definition of vegans, or is he talking about veganville as in his proposed redefinition of vegan, or is he talking about veganville with his his description of vegans there, which includes vegetarians? So it's one of those things. And something that's interesting that I think people should be asking as well is that if Tobias includes vegans as vegetarian, and classes vegetarians as vegans, and wants it redefined to include those who consume or X percenters and all that sort of stuff, so what sort of vegan is Tobias? So the answer, regardless of what the answer is, then it should be something that concerns you. Because, so let's say, for example, let's say Tobias is vegan as per the accepted definition, so by Donald Watson and the Vegan Society, I think, in the late 70s. So if he's that sort of vegan, why does he want to redefine it? So yes, okay. So that brings into questions why he wants to redefine it in his book. The other thing is, though, if he's vegan by his definition, so vegetarian, flexitarian, and all that sort of stuff, why is he calling himself vegan in the first place? Why doesn't he call himself, an X percenter? Because just because I'm calling myself vegan by my definition, which is redefined, which is the one I want to promote in my book, it's just baffles. So either way, really shouldn't be considered as anything. Now, for me, what really is interesting is a quote by Sebastian Joy. Now, Sebastian Joy is part of the inner circle that Tobias is part of. They're part of a clique where they do everything together. He says, if the meat industry has to pick one book they don't want you to read, this would be it. Now, can I call BS on that one? I mean, the meat industry or animal agriculture in general would pick up this book and laugh at it. They wouldn't even give it a second thought because, it does actually, they'd probably promote it because it actually serves in their better interest to promote this book. So, anyway, what else is there? He does a couple of saving graces, but he misses the mark completely on things. So, I mean, ultimately, it's not something where this book should be read by anyone. It's not something that should be considered by anyone. Now, my concerns with this book is that it's going to be picked up by people that are new to veganism, or the people that are being hooked, being hoodwinked into his way of doing things and the anti-vegan agenda that's being put out by effective vegan advocacy or whatever it is, and pro-veg and all those other little groups. There seems to be a little, is it incestuous? But it's all this and that and everything else. It's all the same characters and the same people doing things. So honestly, don't buy it. Save your time. Pick up a different book. If you do want to learn how to promote veganism or something like that, go and pick up a marketing book and, go and do research on how to find what, in marketing, your customer avatar and who to target to, because this is the thing, is that this is what I think that we should be doing, finding who our audience is and talking to that audience. So, if they're not part of the audience, don't worry about what they say. Your audience is this group here, not trying to do the machine gun approach or the spray and pray that Tobias wants to do of including everyone and all that sort of stuff. So, anyway, links to everything down below. That was it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Head on over to goodveganbadvegan.com also as well, because that's a new resource that I'm starting up. That is a place for vegans to write blog posts, publish articles and all that sort of stuff. Now, you will be getting paid for it. I don't believe in writing free content or producing free content for everyone else. If it's your own website, yeah, fine and dandy. For other websites, no, I don't think guest posting should be free. I think if you're writing content for someone else, that you should get remunerated for it. So there will be details on that one. As I said, goodveganbadvegan.com. Head over there, and that is going to be something separate to this, but more of it just a resource for everyone else. So anyway, as I said, thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know your thoughts. If you've read the book, what did you think about it? If you haven't read it, will you read it? And if you do want to read it, why? So anyway, that's it for now.